Welcome back, everybody. This is your boy MC. I'm finna blow that whistle. Yeah, man. I was checking out the airwaves, uh, the YouTube landscape, man, and it seems like the hottest item, man, right on, right in these streets is those dams and things. Haven't they noticed the election is over? Is it because they may feel jealous about is someone in office that's finally said something during the election and start doing something during the election? Because for the last few years, many moons and many election cycles, I just haven't been seeing any work getting done but on the people. What they bring us? Well, they bring us taxes on top of taxes, abortions on the top of abortions, mandates, uh, fake pump policies, more and more homelessness. So the more and more people we get housed, the more and more. Right now, somebody's homeless. Tomorrow, somebody's finna experience homelessness for the first time. And I mean, and it's going on rapidly. And now it's a big industrial homelessness complex with a whole lot of money flying around and just floodgating everything. And it's happening in America. So now, now we're playing around with these tariffs. We ain't playing around with tariffs, but so far, we need something new. So to make a long story short, a lot of the Dems been like, to me, it's like that Jasmine Crockett been reckless. It's seriously, what's the framework that that if this was the third year of Trump presidency, is this really going to be the framework to convince me to be a dummy to vote for Jasmine Crockett or AOC or Bernie Sanders? When the last time the left had a framework and a landscape of some ideologies. The roads are messed up in most of these blue states. It's gangs in most of these blue states. In some of the other states, it's just everything out of whack. Kids are like it's like right out here in LA County. They still on their phones in school. So what I did for the last couple of days, my son, he hasn't been taking no phone to school. Man, and then we can remember. We can really remember. And I know everybody been having conversations. Oh, school systems are messed up. I'm gonna send my son and daughter to school real far away. We didn't used to have to do that. Real far away. And then when they come home, they can't go outside and play because it's gang violence or some kind of stuff going on. We need some change. Then we got to train them about the police officer construct, and then our kids are watching all this stuff. What was that I said on the last time? Catastrophizing everything. The white man did it, but yet you have some Democrats that are white men. The white woman is running things behind the scene, sicking these attack dogs out here. But just to make a long story short, let's just start to look at some of the things just been going on, man. This is just too many things is going on. What page is this? Let me back it up because, man. No, so we're gonna get to this. Fair use, man. I'll figure it out because man, for the last few years we've been getting like high interest rates. Taxes just went out here up again on a quarter or 0.5% tax on something, and and then LASA, all of a sudden LASA, the homeless service, uh, man, Los Angeles Homeless Service Administration, which was in charge, is no longer in charge. I was gonna start playing that. Let's look at this part. This is like, wait a minute. We don't need to look at no short. Let's look at the real deal. Shit. This is how I did it the last time. All right. Now you remember she didn't said this and people came late to you. This is what she was going off. This is the part y'all need to hear. Fair use. This is over there at the paralegal channel.
The problem that we have right now is that if we continue down this road, then we will not have a rule of law because we have people that are currently serving and they're saying things like, ignore the judge's order.
A few moments later.
It does seem interesting that when the shoe is on the other foot, everyone is self-righteous. And I think this is a good example. For the last
Mr.
3
Chair,
hours, I have had to listen to one side talking about impeachment as though it was the nature of this hearing. It is not.
And we are back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know, it helps us out a ton, and it helps you because it helps us. Now, y'all, your girl, Jasmine Crockett, you know, I don't know the size of her foot, but it does fit comfortably and neatly in her mouth several times per week. So, you know, we have another situation where she's going to put that foot firmly in her mouth. And as you can see from the coming up, Representative Issa just wasn't having it. He called her out. He called her on her BS, if you know.
And that's right, because it's like, I've seen her many a times just walk in a room and just bring up another conversation, move the goalpost, as we may say, just moves the goalpost. And rear back to things that have passed. It's like, and then here's another occasion.
Would that go too far?
No, I don't think it would.
You don't think that would open a Pandora's box?
The box is already open, Jonathan. They just don't have control of the Senate as well as control of the White House.
Say that Justice Alito should be impeached. Would that go too far?
No, I don't think it would.
You don't think that would open a Pandora's box?
The box is already open, Jonathan. They just don't have control of the Senate as well as control of the White House. Although the impeachment is just the Senate, but if
What is so frustrating for so many of the American people, the ones that are watching right now and otherwise, and the reason that they're outraged and scared is because what we see right now is a diminishing of all these institutions. Right now, we have a legislative branch that has decided that it intentionally would disregard their duties. They are not checking the president whatsoever. The only check that the American people have had thus far has been from the judiciary. And the judiciary isn't pulling this out of the sky. In fact, they are coming from basic reading of like the plain language of the Constitution for all of those that are constitutionalists.
So what it is that she want to say, hey, y'all playing me for stupid. I'm down here and y'all don't want to talk about this. Spoiled brat syndrome. That's basically what it is. And I've been in that predicament, but then once I catch myself, I say, oh, okay. And this is the way they played the game on both sides, really. But now, there ain't no fun when the rabbit has the gun. That's
when we start talking about things such as what birthright citizenship is. But one of the things that I want to make sure that I get to, because there are deeper implications if we go down this rabbit hole.
For something that will
Imagine the
harm
type
our
of world where the
community.
president does whatever he wants to and no one can rein him in. It's a world that right now many people are afraid of. Let me put it this way. If Joe
So fair use, go over there and listen to that. Did y'all hear? You don't really have to hear much more birthright citizenship. Meaning, like I said in the last show, they was doing so many things like, back in the day they hate said like, swindles and things, those Mission Impossible things. Uh, like I said, somewhere they was at something like a comfort inn. They would bring women off the plane, the boat. I don't know where they would come from. These Asians, they be like 8.5 months pregnant, baby almost due, and boom, get an instant birthright citizenship because you came over here at a certain particular time. And what they don't like about Trump, he may be put sanctions on that now. Feel me now? See, so let's check out what AOC been trying to talk about. And this is going to be a trip. So fair use. I hope I'm going to find one on AOC real quick. And hit that subscribe button, like button, and there's more to come. So I'm just finna do some flip-flopping. You think I'm gonna do some flip-flopping? Nah. See, we heard what that's Jasmine. Here's an LC one, man. This is 10 months ago. Do it like that. Nah, not that one. What else she been doing lately? What have you been doing lately, girl? You've been mighty quiet. So on her last delivery, so she's talking about we will not be distracted. Well, I'm going to have to do a better job of putting these up, but man, fair use. Oh, let me give you an idea. Reason why I came to this conclusion and fair use. Let's go over here to this right here. Oh man, fair use. And it's as I said, like playing us for dummies. We have the Maxine Waters out there. She's always coming like oh yeah. And I mean, people be really pumped up as if she really did something for our community, cleaned up our community, did painting projects, brought down the prices of home and gas. None of this is happening up under that regime or whatever. But what gave me the idea for the topic is our homeboy and our beloved friend, straight from South Central, Played football with my coworker.
Hey man, that's what I do. A button, and the main one
Now, this
crying
guy-
about it is Maxine Waters. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying, Elizabeth Warren. All of these folks are hooting and hollering, and I understand why. Okay, because they probably had something to hide.
Focusing on oppression and start focusing
Fair
on
use, fair
progression.
use.
Let's progress. We don't need to
Fair
worry
use.
about oppression no more. Let that shit go. Goddamn, they ain't
No,
took no motherfucking
fair
rights.
use, fair
This the
use.
best time to be motherfucking alive, bitch.
Fair use.
Excuse the language, you guys.
Use the language.
But this is what black
The
folks
U.S.
are saying.
is not paying their way anymore.
Fair use.
They have to fight their own battles. The thing about the Democratic Party is that they enjoy being needed.
You see what he's saying? The U.S. is not fighting. We're not fighting anybody else's battles. We're chilling. Okay, it's not on us. Right? We're relaxing. Right?
Even when they offer nothing to the American people. When you think about Maxine Waters, she's been a career politician since 1991. Jasmine Crockett, every time she opens her mouth, nothing makes sense. And then you have Ayanna Presley, who is asking for...
And she's talking about black people, black women, politicians. And it's like, you got black, normally we used to be on code. Hey, you a black politician, we got your back. This is the 1980s, 90s. But now it's like, nah, if you stealing my money, if you taking my money, I don't care who you are, because you taking money out of my family, all right? Look, before we go any further, look, I need 1,000 people to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. I shouldn't have to beg you to do that. And also hit the like button. I don't know where we are with likes. Last time I checked, it's 300 likes. So hit the like button, please. I'd appreciate you all doing that. And as I always say, we'll talk. If you learn something, I should earn something, but only if you learn. Okay, I'm here to teach. I'm here to enjoy. Right now, we're just doing this reaction stuff so I can lay the foundation. And so back to the sister here. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button and subscribe. Please do that now. And my membership, I need like 12 more members, and I have 200 members. That would be awesome. But let's get back to this. This sister right here is basically excoriating these black politicians. Listen,
you think about Maxine Waters, she's been a career politician since 1991. Jasmine Crockett. Every time she opens her mouth, nothing makes sense. And then you have Ayanna Presley.
I think, is that the bald-headed lady? I think that's the bald-headed lady, right? Let's go ahead.
Who is asking for censorship of the American people while
they want you to be quiet. They don't want you to say anything.
Also breathing and requesting reparations through HR Bill 40.
Again, HR Bill 40 does not give reparations. It sets up a committee to investigate reparations. I want you to think about that. Keep going.
They will not give this administration any credit. President Trump wasn't even in office yet, and he asked for release of hostages.
Right.
About this issue, and that's why they call 50.
So that's how it's going down. And it's getting on their nerves too. It's getting on their nerves. So, this is one of them long screens. I had everything together. So I'm going to leave it short and to give you an idea that, that's basically what my idea was for this screen, was to show more and more and more of the nonsense of this looks like it's election season for the Democrats. That they basically saying they apologize. Come out here and march with us. Come out here in these streets and march with us and help us out. But yet, you got to look at the things that have been going on, the burning up of Tesla cars and stuff for that matter. This has been ridiculous. And then people got on her about that because it's not like she said it and then it was some sort of apology afterwards. But man, and then she going on shows like, whoa. So, and man, Abbott talking about impeachment and stuff of that nature. So, man, there's so much news jumping off here. It's like, he said, so the only thing she had to say was this. Do y'all remember this?
Sure that I keep it short, but I am truly here for very selfish reasons. Starting with on March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes. Listen.
And that's all. That's all she said.
I have learned as I serve on the Doge Oversight Committee that there is only one language that the people that are in charge understand right now. And that language is money. And so I've been so proud to see us organized behind a cause.
Ain't that something? That's the only thing she can see. So like what the previous lady said, they're not going to give this agency or this administration no credit on anything. And in my previous videos, I showed that recovery.gov. They don't even want to claim that they thought of auditing the government first, once or two times. Thought of ordering or auditing the government, the Clinton administration, and the Joe Biden and Obama administration. They don't even want to make it look like they even brought that up. So you know, this is how ironic it is that they putting this type of momentum on, slowing things down. They said y'all need to do it like the way we was supposedly do it, and you know, and it didn't work. So you know, just to make a long story short, let me get on something else right up in here. These are the recent things that just happened within the hour of yours in Jasmine life. So far, she seems to be the hot whistle that, man, I haven't seen this one. See, this is the House of Judiciary Committee holds a hearing on the Biden FBI. Okay. Here we go again. Jasmine Crockett absolutely flames Republican over hearing. Now you see what it's supposed. It say right there what it's supposed to be. But
Ms. Crockett for an opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And as I'm sure you can assume, we see this a little bit differently. Here we go again, talking about Biden, and more Biden. Today is nothing more than a dog and pony show for Republicans to avoid facing the American people for their trash policies that are killing the economy and our democracy. Despite Republicans' claim of backing the blue and being the party of law and order.
Fair use, just feel free to go over there because you notice they always have a script. They did real good in school. They know how to do a whole lot of writing. And let's listen to how the way this is written up. Did she write this up? Probably did. She's a lawyer.
We're here today because Republicans are willing to throw our country's top law enforcement agents under the bus to appease Trump and execute his political vengeance. Now, I know remembering things is hard for some of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, like remembering not to add reporters into a signal chat discussing military war plans. But let me remind my colleagues that it was Trump who decided to store national secrets and classified documents next to his oversized bathtub and toilet at Mar-a-Lago. It was Trump who took the documents out of the boxes and shared them with his guests. It was Trump who told his staff to move the boxes when the FBI was coming. And it was Trump who appointed Director Christopher Wray as head of the FBI, the same director that allowed the investigation to move forward. As much as Trump and Republicans hate to accept it, we are still a country with laws. And when you break them, there are consequences. Now, make no mistake, we should all be concerned about the FBI. But my concerns as ranking member of this subcommittee, as a member of Congress, and as an attorney, as well as a citizen, are based on things called facts. And when I say facts, I mean clear, indisputable facts, not those alternative facts my Republican colleagues continue pushing onto the American people. So let's talk about facts. Fact. Even prior to being confirmed by the Senate, Kash Patel was directing officials within the FBI to fire members within the Bureau simply because they worked on the lawful investigations into Trump.
These are facts. And the investigation came down from the Biden FBI attack on Trump. This is what this hearing's about. So she can't be that dumb. So it's like this is a trial. So maybe it is. When it's just a hearing and she wants to rack up ways to turn this into a case. Let's go up a little bit more.
Another fact, Patel and Trump-backed FBI leadership have redirected FBI agents who are working on investigations involving violent crimes against children and child exploitation and transferred them to work on anti-Tesla attacks and redacting Jeffrey Epstein files. Talk about FBI waste and abuse. You simply can't make this stuff up. To be clear, Director Wray testified before Congress last year.
Using one of our YouTube cliches.
Noting that, quote, if each one of the FBI's cyber agents and intelligence analysts focus exclusively on the China threat, China's hackers would still outnumber FBI cyber personnel by at least 50-1.
Now, how does she know this? In other words, they may know something that we may not know, but wow, it's hard listening to her sometimes. So, this is one of them screens, man. I put a lot up on her, and I'm going to call it time up. Man, golly. Ooh, it's hard listening to her sometimes. But until then, I hope you enjoyed the show. Fair use for all of the screams I've picked up. And I'm going to learn how to put everything at the top more better and save it and don't touch it to bring up the next scream. I had one on AOC, but, maybe I might just get one and look up on one. But, with that, I might get one. Let me see if I can get one, or we can go back to the allegory thing. I don't even know where my glasses is. Did I drop them? This is the one I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick one that's very neutral. so y'all can see the other side of things. Let's check out this one. This here will be something to start it off, since everybody's so afraid. And then we're going to do it like that.
That expression, you don't never want to meet your heroes. Well, it turns out you never want your heroes to be on The View. This is a tough one for Carly and me, as comedian Bill Burr took some shots at Elon Musk during an appearance on The View.
Is there any particular, anybody getting your ire up these days?
Nerds.
Yeah.
The nerds that own the politician, all these tech nerds that want to build robots because they don't know how to talk to hot women, they're gonna take over the world. I think Elon has got the rockets going because they realize there's other Earths out there, and they're gonna trash this one, and because they don't have any concern for it.
Fox News contributor and senior writer for the Washington Examiner, Joe Concha, joins us now. Joe, good morning to you. So Todd kind of alluded to this. I love Bill Burr. I've seen him do stand-up twice. I listened to his podcast. He has become very liberal since COVID, and now he finds himself on The View saying that the man that owns an EV company is going to destroy the planet. I think that it's a situation that if he even reflected on it, he would make fun of himself for.
Probably. Bill Burr is like the next Michael Avenatti, Carly. He's on Jimmy Fallon one night. He's on The View the next. He's everywhere because he says patently stupid things about Elon Musk. He shows that genius has its limits, while stupidity apparently does not, with comments like this, to your point, literally makes electric cars to help save the planet. If Democrats and
you know, that's enough. And now we're going to get over here to this part.
Is taking over this country like never before.
Corruption.
We are witnessing an oligarchy in America.
We will not allow you to move this country into an oligarchy. We're not going to allow you and your friend Mr. Musk and the other billionaires to wreak havoc on the working families of this country.
So, Joe, this is not a new attack line.
See, and like I say, to wreak havoc on the working folks of this country, they already have done that. They have done that with the gas prices, with the shrinkflation, the interest rates on loans, the interest rates on home loans, everything. Won't even build in new areas. When they do build in new areas, it's at a place where most likely a fire may start. And then they want to build in a way where, you know, with a certain kind of paint, with a whole lot of red tape, a whole lot of paperwork. Feel free to go to these meetings, listen in. And then you get an idea of what you're dealing with, especially if you're in the blue state or red state. See if things is moving in correctly. And I like to say, thank y'all for visiting the show. And remember, recovery is an inside job.